The universe is vast, it is full of wonders, and sometimes it sends us a warning, we just have to listen. For years the 3i Atlas telescope was our silent guardian. It watched the dark corners of space. It looked for dangers heading our way. But on its final day of operation, it sent back something unexpected, something that has made the scientific community hold its breath. These were not just another set of pictures. They were a final whisper from space, a message that we cannot afford to ignore. What did our faithful telescope see in its last moments, and why does it matter to every single person on this planet? The story of its last transmission is a chilling one. These final images were not supposed to be special, they were part of a routine shutdown procedure. But as the system prepared to go dark forever, it captured something extraordinary. It was a sequence of pictures from a distant, seemingly empty patch of the sky, but when the engineers looked closer, they saw it was no mistake. What was this incredible machine? Let's talk about the 3i Atlas telescope. Think of it as a giant camera in space. Its full name is the Third Interstellar Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. That's a long name. So we just call it 3i Atlas. Its main job was simple but very important. It had to search the sky for things that move. Specifically, it looked for asteroids. It looked for comets. These are large rocks. These are balls of ice that travel through space. Imagine you are in a dark room and you want to find a small black cat. It's hard to see, but if you take a picture with a flash, then a few seconds later you can see if the cat has moved. The 3i Atlas telescope did something similar. By placing 3i Atlas in orbit high above the Earth, it had a perfectly clear view of the universe. It could see fainter objects and track them more accurately. This gave us a better chance to spot danger early. It was our eye in the sky, always open, always watching. Little did we know its most important discovery would come at the very end of its life. The final day for 3i Atlas arrived. It was September 1st, 2025. The scientists were ready to say goodbye. The telescope ran its final diagnostics before shutdown. It was pointed at a quiet, uninteresting part of the sky, a region known for being empty. The first image came through, black with the faint twinkle of distant galaxies. Everything looked normal. Then the second image arrived minutes later. And that's when everything changed. Something was there. Something that wasn't there before. In the second picture, a faint, wispy shape appeared. It was not a dot like an asteroid. It looked like a cloud. But it was too perfect, too structured. It glowed with a soft, eerie light, a color scientists had never seen. The third image was the most shocking. It unfolded, like a flower blooming in fast forward. The final image, an impossible object doing an impossible thing. So what exactly are we looking at in these final haunting images? Scientists around the world are working tirelessly to decode the puzzle. The first thing they noticed was its size. Based on its distance, the object is enormous. It is estimated to be several times larger than our own planet, Earth. Yet it seems to have very little mass, which is why it looked like a faint cloud at first. The second mystery is its speed. In the few minutes between the second and third images, the object traveled a distance that would take our fastest spacecraft years to cover. It is moving at a significant fraction of the speed of light. Such acceleration requires an incredible amount of energy. This suggests the object is not just drifting through space, it has its own engine. The third puzzle is its transformation. In the second image it was a compact, cloudy mass. In the third it had unfurled into a more complex structure with long, glowing tendrils. It behaves more like a biological organism or a highly advanced piece of technology. Some scientists have compared it to a parachute opening, others compare it to a creature unfurling its wings. Finally, there is the strange silver-green light. The spectrum of this light does not match any known element or chemical reaction. The 3i Atlas telescope did not photograph a natural phenomenon. It captured an artifact, something built, something alien. These incredible images are more than just a scientific curiosity. They represent a clear and present warning to all of humanity. The object is not just passing by in a distant galaxy. Its trajectory has been calculated. The object is moving through interstellar space, headed directly towards our solar system. Animated solar system map shows dotted path and timeline. Arrival in the next few decades. This is not a distant future problem. It's within our lifetimes. The object's behavior worries experts most. It's not moving like a passive rock. The final image shows unfolding action open to interpretation. Perhaps it was adjusting its course, or maybe it was deploying an instrument or energy field. We do not know its intentions. Is it a peaceful explorer, or is it a threat? This warning is also about our vulnerability. We are a young civilization on a small planet. This object appears to have technology millions of years ahead of ours. We have no way to stop it, we have no way to communicate with it. The 3I/Atlas images are a wake-up call. We are not the most powerful beings in the cosmos. The scientific community is in a state of controlled panic. Dr. Eris Thorne, a hypothetical astrophysicist at the European Space Agency, was one of the first to analyze the data. His reaction was one of disbelief.
At first I was certain it was an error, but the data is clean, it's real.
We have triple-checked everything. Its acceleration is impossible under known physics. This implies a technology so advanced, it might as well be magic. Dr. Lena Petrova, a leading expert in astrobiology, shared a different but equally urgent concern. My focus is not on the technology but on the potential biology. The way the object unfolded looks organic, almost lifelike. Are we seeing a machine or are we seeing a life form of cosmic proportions? If it is alive, what does it need to survive? Does it consume energy? Does it consume matter? When it reaches our solar system, it will be entering a restaurant full of food, planets, moons, a sun. For decades, scientists have searched for extraterrestrial intelligence, mostly through radio signals. They were listening for a whisper, a faint signal from a distant star. Dr. Kenji Tanaka, a veteran of the SETI program, expressed this shock perfectly. We spent our whole lives listening for a knock on the door. Instead, the door has been ripped off its hinges. The unified message from experts is one of urgency and global cooperation. The biggest question on everyone's mind is simple. Does this object pose a direct threat to Earth? The honest answer is that we do not know for sure, but the potential for danger is very high. Right now, the object's path is aimed at the general area of our solar system. It is not yet possible to know if it will pass through harmlessly or if its path will intersect with a planet. However, an object of this size and energy does not need to hit us directly to cause a catastrophe. Let's consider gravity. Every object in space has a gravitational pull. Our solar system is a delicate dance of planets and moons, all held in stable orbits by the sun's gravity. The arrival of a new, massive body could disrupt this dance. If the object passes too close to Jupiter or Saturn, this change would then affect all the other planets, including Earth. Our orbit around the sun could become unstable. This could lead to extreme changes in our climate, making the planet much hotter or much colder. It could even lead to our planet being ejected from the solar system entirely. Beyond gravity, there is the unknown energy source. The object is glowing with a strange light and moving with impossible speed. This means it is generating or manipulating enormous amounts of energy. What form does this energy take? Is it releasing radiation? Could it emit a pulse of energy that could fry our electronics, disable our satellites, and shut down our power grids? We are a technological civilization. We depend on electricity and communication. An energy event from this object could send us back to the Stone Age in an instant. The greatest danger, however, remains the unknown. We are facing an entity whose intentions are a complete mystery. The silence from the object is the most frightening part.